You are listening to WXNA LP Nashville. This is Mostly Local. You would have heard DJ Johnny Downer with Punk Not Punks, but I don't know if you did hear that before this. All I can tell you is we're here now. We are live. We're going. It's happening. It's Wednesday morning. Is it Wednesday? What day is this? And we're here to do the Mostly Local Transliberation Society Music and Variety Hour. And we got a great show. That was Metric with Monster Hospital. And anyone out there, DJs and fellow playlist enthusiasts, will know that I have to be careful about how soon I do my playlists for this show, because I changed it on the way in. I was going to play the Worsties. Shout out to the Worsties. I'll get you in at some point. But that song came on, and I said, you know what? That's a good tone setter for today. I fought the war, but the war won. It never gets old. It never stops. Never forget. And we forget in the good times, I think, especially. But never forget that the present is a battle between the future that you deserve and the future that literally everyone else is trying to take from you. So grab it. You should grab it. It's yours. We are going to have a great show because Dial Up Ghost is here. And we're going to talk to them. Russ and Jordan from Dial Up Ghost are here in the studio. We are going to play music from their upcoming LP, Donkey Howdy, which is out this Friday, 3/13, everywhere you get music. But we're going to start off with a track called Soot Sprite, and we'll be right back to talk with the band. So we'll see you on the flip side.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome back. This is WXNALP Nashville. This is Mostly Local. My name is Claire. Comments, complaints, anything else can be directed to Claire at mostlylocal.org. You can go to mostlylocal.org if you want to find out more about what I do and access show archives where I will post them in a somewhat timely manner. The WXNA Spring Record Fair is Sunday, March 22nd from noon to 6 p.m. at East Side Bowl in Madison. 50 tables with vinyl classics, collector's items, and more will be available. WXNA DJs will be spinning discs during the event and on hand to meet and greet. Sponsored by Daydream Records, Grimey's Records, and East Side Bowl, a portion of the proceeds will benefit WXNA. More information at WXNAFM.org and on Facebook at WXNA Record Fair. Now, a couple of things I wanted to get out of the way before we jump into our interview is there's a show happening for Worker Bee Solidarity. If you don't know, the workers at the Beehive are on strike. I believe we're in the second week now. And the Dark Matter is having a show to benefit those workers on March 15th. And it is at 7 p.m. It is happening if you want to have interest in following those events. Oh, that was a sentence. Check out Dark Matter. Check out the worker bees of the Beehive on Instagram. And also there's reports that McKay's is closing their Knoxville store with accusations of retaliation against unionized members there. So just a couple of depressing things up top. Sometimes the things we love turn against us. No business or organization is your friend, etc., etc., etc. And I'm going to jump back a little bit and say that what you heard there was Soot Sprite from Dial Up Ghost. And Dial Up Ghost is here with me. Hello.
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 To Russ and to Jordan from Dial Up Ghost. Welcome.
Hello there.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Feels good to be anywhere.
It feels good to be anywhere in 2026. I don't know.
I think that's, I think in the words of I always butcher his last name, John Darnell, just stay alive. John Darnell from the Anecdotes. I think it's more of an influence on me than you, but
Never heard of him.
Yeah, so let me ask you about this. I want to ask you about this album. I want to ask you about what happened. So let's set the scene here. Your previous album came out. I'm furiously scrolling to find when and where that album came out.
Halloween 2024.
Sick.
that's right. We had a party. We sat at your table.
And it is May You Live Forever in Cowboy Heaven? Is that right?
Yes,
Oh, I got it. Okay.
that is right.
Great. So that album came out, and that was a shift for you. That was a larger lineup. That was some collaboration coming in, and the result there was how would you describe that?
Magical.
Magical.
Wonderful.
Sure.
I think, if I do say so myself, that was a pretty good album. And we asked our friends Katie and Sean to join us. And they brought something special to the table. Their harmonies are singing all over the album. Just gives it this extra oomph.
I think also too with them as well, because it was we've been doing this band since 2017, so it's like we've gotten really used and in like I think we can get in the groove with each other pretty well. Like I know how to like sit down and be like, okay, I think this is going to be like a bass line, or this is going to be like a guitar track for a Dial Up Ghost copyright symbol song. But I think bringing in two other people who had their own styles, people as unique as Katie and Sean, it really did add a lot to that process of just lines I would have never taken, or like, hey, don't do this, try this, or like, hey, you're doing it that way, let's try playing the same chord progression on one of those Nashville stringed guitars. So it just had more of a chime to it, and it was wonderful. It was great. Two of our favorite songwriters.
We also just like them.
They're also cool.
Right.
They're our friends. They're very talented.
I can attest to that. I know Katie at least. I know Katie's incredibly talented, and So they were involved in the arrangement. They were involved in the nuts and bolts of like,
Yeah.
here's how we're going to put
We
this
wanted
together.
to get them in on the ground floor for
Yeah.
everything on this. So they came in and we fit seven people into a into a small practice room. And we
6 people.
six. Okay.
6. Yeah.
When you get that high, though, it's
Yeah, you
6 or
lose-
7. It's still
This is an internal thing we have because I love speaking about band lore, and then Russell has to come through and be the truth teller and be like, "Hey, it didn't go down that way,"
Yeah,
or
let's-
"Hey,
well,
there
I
was
mean-
less people there."
There was no 7th person there.
the Holy Spirit. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that's good. Let's obscure it. Let's make a little lore happen. That's good. 6, possibly 7 people.
It's the
in
most.
this room.
Yeah, it's the 7-member herb.
So taking that as a starting point and now going into this record, what happened from then until now to get you here? You know, you no longer have the collaborators, and so you're back down to a 4-piece. Is that correct?
Yeah, what we call our core 4.
Core 4. All right, cool. So what happened from then until now?
So
What was that process like?
half of the band was having babies.
Oh.
Newborns. I'm part of that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And we knew that in 2026 we wouldn't be able to play a lot of shows. So we were like, let's get an album out, like, because we just love recording albums and making them. So let's go ahead and knock this out before these babies arrive. So we had a very quick, narrow timeline of writing and rehearsing and then recording the album. So part of that being such a quick thing, Katie and Sean didn't have time to join us again. So we did it without them. And it was just it was a very fast album, and we only did we're used to doing this, but we record our albums usually in one weekend. So we did this whole thing in one 3-day weekend. The previous albums we've gone back and done overdubs, but we didn't have time for that. So we just said this album is a document of this 3-day weekend and nothing else.
Cool.
So
Very cool.
I think also with that too, because just that faster process and timeline is something I kind of thought about more. Like I think halfway through the writing process, where I'm like, you don't get a lot of time to doubt stuff here. Like
Yeah.
it either feels good or it doesn't, and if it doesn't, you just need to shift to where it does feel good. And I think that kind of helped a lot too, because I get way in my own brain about like, is there always an optimization that can be made? Is there a better interval or just a better path that can be chosen? So it really
Yeah.
helped.
Yeah, it helps you. It forces you to make those calls or
Yes.
leave it the way it is. You know?
Yeah, the downfall of Ableton and digital things of that sort.
Having too many options is not always good. I find sometimes, especially in the recording environment. So, okay, cool. Well, I'd like to play a couple of songs from you all. I've asked you all for some maybe influences or just tracks you like from local artists, and we're going to play a couple of those, and we'll come back and we'll talk about that, and we'll talk a little bit more about everything. So thank you. And we will be right back after this little bit of music.
Real tired coming home from the operation room. You drank Steel Reserve, made the pattern swirl to line up all the boardwalks of the world. It's sneaky, sneaky, sneaky me, how it sneaks into me. Oh, it's easy, easy, easy. You see how I'm home free. You're pulling out of work, you're feeling worse. You're sterilized floors, baby. It's all grown so sterile to me and so hysterical to me. Really funny how it sneaks into you. It creeps into you. It's sneaky, sneaky, sneaky to me. How it sneaks in, speaks into me. Oh, it's easy, easy, easy. You see how I'm home free. I'm home free. I'm home free. I'm home free.
Diversity is what we're all about at WXNA, with more than 80 unique programs, all lovingly curated by dedicated DJs. WXNA stitches together a radio rainbow of gloriously diverse sounds. We're only able to do this through the financial support of our many members. Support your source for truly independent radio by visiting WXNAFM.org and becoming a member today. That was a special treat. That was Riley Parker with an unreleased song called Come Along. And before that, we had The Company Car with a song called Sneaky. And I want to throw this over to you, Russ and Jordan, to tell me why you selected these songs, or what's about them that you wanted to share with the audience.
Well, you asked me to choose some good songs by local artists, and these are bands we played with that we respect, just our favorite local bands in the scene. Riley Parker, of course, that's Katie, who sang and played guitar on our last album, Cowboy Heaven. Mm-hmm. So she's just a good friend and very talented. And I asked her if we could play, debut an unreleased Riley Parker song, and she said yes. So I thought that was really something special that we could share on air.
It was incredible. I love every time I hear her work, the arrangements and the production and the way that she can stack a vocal and do that. Every time I'm just like, when you break it down and you look at it, it's like, oh, okay, it goes to unison here and all this stuff. But like, the effect of it to me is always just really staggering.
It's a rich well. I think every time I listen to Katie's music, like that's appointment listening. You need to sit down. You need to get you good headphones. Yeah. You need to just check out for a second. And I love that about her stuff always.
Shout out to Katie.
Shout out to Katie.
We need to get Katie on here.
Chess prowess.
Absolutely. So then, tell me about The Company Car.
So The Company Car is just a band we played with sort of randomly. There's this out-of-town band from Chicago called The Part-Timers. Mm-hmm. They played a show here in Nashville and asked us to play, and Company Car was also on the bill. I was unfamiliar with their music, and their set just absolutely blew me away. And then
so good.
They released an EP last year, and it was one of the things I listened to the most the whole year. Just kept playing it over and over again. Just seriously, very talented band, talented musicians, amazing songwriting, and Sneaky in particular. My 3-year-old loves that song, so we play it on repeat in the house all the time. So just very, very good.
I think even leaving that show that night, because it was us, Part-Timers, Company Car, I think I told everybody, I'm like, it's like all of you sound like my favorite bands.
Oh,
and it was cool. Like, you don't, like, I knew none of these songs, but y'all sound like my favorite bands. And it was that was a great night.
Yeah.
I love when that happens.
Yeah.
When you go to a show and people are kicking stuff out and you go, oh, I can hear where that came from. And I like it. Yeah. There's a couple of names going back to the new album. First of all, tell me about the title. Tell me what Donkey Howdy represents, where it came from, why it's here. What does it mean?
It means nothing. But that's sort of on purpose, I think we chose the name Donkey Howdy before we even recorded Cowboy Heaven. Mm-hmm. I had a list of album titles and showed it to Jordan. I was like, this is what we're going to record next, and this will be sometime later. I was like, Donkey Howdy will be silly or sillier. So it was chosen as in an attempt to free us from over seriousness and overthinking. So I don't think it's a comedy album by any means, but I did try to lean into humor, playfulness. It's got, I think, some of the synthesizer choices we chose is whimsical choices.
Yeah, I would say playful and whimsical are good words, and the tone I think is lighter, and the influences. You have a song called Soot Sprite. You have a song called Robot Cowboy. You have some animation influences, perhaps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think our drummer Jack Holloway is probably the biggest animation fan of anybody in the band. So I know he loves loves building patches on synths, so it was a really fun time to let him kind of just dig in and write a lot of the synth melodies for this album. Because I truly think he might have written the best riff on the record with Sonny Boy.
Yeah.
That's a good
our,
riff.
Our drummer Jack
legendary.
plays almost all of the synth parts on the album.
How do you do that live? How does that translate?
We haven't done it live.
Oh, okay.
I've been thinking.
If you were to see us live, like right now, as the four of us, it would just be Jordan probably playing those synth parts on lead guitar.
Okay.
That's what I was about to say.
Oh well.
Yeah,
there
perfect.
You go. Though, we do have talented friends that could join us. It would be cool to do a show in which we incorporate a dedicated synthesizer player.
Well, that's something that people maybe don't always know about, is that the process of writing and recording and arranging for the studio and for the stage are very different, or they can be very different.
Oh yeah.
And you have to make these choices about, we have a drummer who can play all these sick synth parts, but we need a drummer to be on the stage with us. So how do we do this?
We always think of ourselves respectfully, similar to the Replacements. We're not as good as them, but their albums were a little bit more polished, had different, these different adornments and instrumentation, and yet when they played live, it was just a rock band.
Yeah.
And that's what we do, is a sloppy rock band.
I always think of that. One of my favorite, I think, descriptions of the Replacements is, this is what beer sounds like.
It is. I go back periodically and I watch the SNL.
Oh, it's so good.
Show.
Legendary.
After reading about their take of it, and I mean, some of it is like, yes, alcoholism is terrible, and this is what it does to people.
Miller Lite.
And some of it is like, they can't stand up.
Yeah.
And what are they doing? And this is wild.
I want to say one of them broke their guitar on the way to the stage. Like, they had a Gibson, which is just
Before they
like,
started.
yeah, and they knocked into something and completely broke the headstock, and they just had to get a new one immediately. And they were like, I didn't even know what I was holding.
Took it from the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that tracks. That makes sense. That's one of those that they don't show with the repeats. You have to go find
You
it.
have to go hunt that down.
And it's not a I don't know. It's a wild
Because it's
time.
not even the best performance of Bastard
It's not a
Begun.
good performance.
No, he forgets lyrics.
It's not good, but it's a document. Again, it's a document of
Yeah.
this is what happened on this day, and sometimes it's hard. It's hard to have things together sometimes.
You see they're about to adopt Trouble Boys into a movie?
No.
Yeah, Finn Wolfhard is producing that, or trying to right now.
I'm going to let that sit in the back of my brain before I respond
It's so weird to think about.
to anything in that vein. Thank you for letting me know. I do want to ask you about some names. I read the liner notes, and I have some names I want to ask you about that are mentioned as special guests. Hannah Finn.
That's my wife.
That's your wife. What did she do on this album?
She sings backing vocals on our song Great Vacation.
Okay.
Just a section toward the end where the band drops out. We wanted it to sound like a church congregation. Mm-hmm. So it's the band is all singing, and then my wife and my son were also there. Yeah.
Oh, neat. So
He didn't really sing. He was 2 at the time, but he thought it was cool to be there.
there you go.
He would sing now.
Yeah, he would sing now.
I think he would.
Maybe for the future. Okay, cool. Alex Martin.
Alex Martin is our
Alex.
friend. He recorded our 3rd album at his place, his studio. Very talented musician. He's been friends with Jack and Jordan for a long time, and he just stopped by the studio for probably 40 minutes just to say hi, and we were recording Sonny Boy. So we're like, Alex, get in there and sing some harmonies. So he sings harmonies only on the na 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 section.
Okay.
His voice is back in there.
He was a great engineer too. I look back at some of the sessions we did with him for our 3rd record, Sunshine Gets Hotter, and it's probably some of the most like aggro guitar sounds that I think I produced, because of the fact that he kept pushing me to like, hey, get away from the pedals, let's find like. He had a beautiful like 70s era like Vibrachamp that we just dimed, and then he had a what was it? I want to say Teenage Engineering. Just like he took one of those field mics they put out at the time, and put it up like a little bit away from it, so we got a little bit of room, and it was just so nasty on those tracks. It sounded so good.
I have no idea.
Don't forget, kids, you can just turn stuff up.
Yeah, absolutely.
In recording spaces, sometimes, like, it's great. I love that we have these tools that I can make an album in my house without making a sound, and nobody else will hear it. And I can do it completely on my own. I can craft it however I want. But you know what? Sometimes I want to turn my amp up all the way
Fire up those tubes.
and make the walls shake a little bit. And I'm wondering if is this the Alex Martin that I know from hanging out at Primitive Coffee on Wednesday nights?
That is 1,000% that Alex Martin. You will find him at Primitive Coffee on Wednesday nights.
Shout out to Primitive Coffee. Wednesday night is game night. Alex Martin runs the game night at Primitive Coffee. That's how I met him.
I also think they have a little pop-up shop now called Woodbine League of Games.
Did not know that, but that's
Yeah,
cool.
I think him and his very cool wife, Anna, just put that out.
That's very in line with other things that he does kind of everything.
He's the best. I love Alex.
Shout out to Alex. And okay, final name, Truck Rolly.
Yes.
Who is Truck Rolly?
Truck is our producer and engineer for our most recent album and our last one. We met Truck through our friend Sean, who's also part-time in Dial Up Ghost. Yeah, he owns a studio out in West Nashville called Bunkered Noise. And it's a bunker. It's built into the ground, and it's
It's a legit bunker.
very cool.
It goes into the earth. We're in the limestone.
Yeah,
Cool.
Very cool place, and he works really efficiently and has good ideas when it comes to producing. So it's the first time we worked with a guy who was like, "I'm gonna be your producer," and we said, "Okay, we'll let you do it."
This is something that I want to talk. I'm glad you said that. Bands in Nashville, know what a producer does, please. And I say that like it's not you can't, there's no definitive statement of this is what a producer does. But like, be aware of the fact that other people can work with you and bring something to the table that's not just, what you have going on, and it can make it, I don't know. You tell me, what was that experience like working with a producer?
So he's also, the recording engineer.
Yeah.
So his hands are full, especially when we record everything in one 3-day weekend. But he's kind of like a coach, and offers some ideas. I think the biggest creative choice he made was our song, Forever in Heaven. It's the closing track of our last album. Sorry, Nashgles. When we say the line, did it reverberate all wrong?
Yeah.
I wanted to say that like 2 times, and he was like, no, you guys are going to sing this 8 times in a row. And I was like, that is a really long time. He's like, it's going to be worth it. So, it just...
He was right.
Yeah.
He was very right.
It was worth it. And so it's just... He lets us have our creative vision, and he won't override anything that we feel strongly about, but he's got good ideas. And it's like I said, it's like a coach.
Yeah, and that speaks to something of like when I can't speak for you, but when I'm thinking of something I want to write, you're anticipating how it's gonna land, and you're trying to writing music is just about, to me, it's about communicating something from inside of my brain to inside of your brain. Whether it's an emotion, experience, a feeling, whatever it is I'm trying to get across. I'm not just trying to give you a definition of something. I'm trying to say, this is what this felt like. And I have a pathway to get there that I think is going to work. And the problem with that is that when it doesn't, you're not going to be able to see that. But a producer is going to say, oh, what are you trying to do? What is your goal? If you have a line that needs to stick, and somebody might say, well, 2 times isn't enough because I want that to really stick, and it could be as simple as that. So shout out to producers, shout out to Truck Rolly.
I think that was probably, you brought up a memory of a tracking moment from, I think, that record we were trying to do, the Giving and Taking of Shade, which is probably one of my favorite songs we have done now. It is, I think, like an epic on your part. I don't say that very much because I try to not use that word. But I remember we were trying a first take of that, and I was doing some guitar passes, and I was a little frustrated. I think it was a tough day for me. And Truck was like, hey, what are we doing here? And we paused. And I think that's exactly what we needed in that moment, because now the song is the best version of it I can think of.
really just literally it could be that easy.
Just a
It's like,
timeout.
what are we doing? You know, check in with everybody. Yeah, so let's get back to the music. I love talking to y'all. I want to play one of my I want to play maybe my current favorite song from this album. It's called Bigger Households. There's a video out. We'll talk about the video when we come back, but we're going to play this song and then we'll be back with Dial Up Ghost. This is Bigger Households.
Baby, let's move to the country. I know you want some room to grow tomatoes, and I know you want a dining room and not a table push next to the kitchen. And I know you'd like a goat. I know you want some chickens. Well, Kroger and Walmart raise their prices. We can't have free eggs the whole damn year. It couldn't be more clear. And the pigs. We can't have a cow inside the city. We can't have a cow anywhere near. I want a cow, my dear. Baby, let's move to the country. Baby, let's move to the country. Gunshots in the daytime. I hear gunshots at night. You hear backfiring truckers. Bullets on the sidewalk. Our son likes to color there with chalk. We jump when we hear the roofers hammer. Lately, it couldn't be more clear. We've had it up to here. Baby, let's have another baby. Let's have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. We'll name them different books of the Bible, like Revelation, Luke, and Malachi. Clearly, you'll need a bigger household, especially if you want to grow tomatoes. Assholes keep buying all the housing. How long can we hang around? We'll need a bigger household. We need a bigger household. Baby, let's move to the country. Baby, let's move to the country.
You are listening to WXNALP Nashville. That was Bigger Households by Dial Up Ghost. Resilient Tennessee works to foster connections to promote positive childhood experiences for all children, youth, families, and communities in Tennessee. The work of Resilient Tennessee builds upon Building Strong Brains Tennessee, which addresses adversity in childhood and creates healthy environments for children's mental, physical, and social development. For more information, go to tn.gov/TTCY. I am here with Russ and Jordan from Dial Up Ghost. That was Bigger Households. I want to talk about this song, and I want to talk about the fact that it is a lighter comedic treatment of a very serious issue, which is it's hard to be poor here, and everybody's poor, and artists especially, and I want to make the point to start out with that artists in Music City are not thriving like we are surviving in spite of the situation here. So if you could speak a little bit about the genesis of this song and how it came together and what it means.
Well, the genesis of the song, so it was originally called, when I was writing it as a demo, the title was Drunkenly Telling My Wife We Should Move to the Country.
Yeah.
Because the character, he's a little, in the song, he's a little melodramatic, perhaps.
Character.
Yeah, character.
Yeah.
Autobiographical character.
Somebody else.
It's somebody else. So, I don't know. I'm from a very rural environment. I grew up on somewhat of a farm in a town of 600 people.
Oh.
So I moved to Nashville when I was 25, and there's a sense, I miss the country in some aspects. So, it's just kind of like I don't know, you get homesick and you start having these feelings and you realize how tough it is to live in the city. And you kind of, I don't know, you long to go back. But then, like I said, the character is perhaps inebriated. You sober up and then you realize how difficult it is to live in the country. And I love living in Nashville and don't actually want to move. But yeah, that's how it came to be, just ruminating on those feelings.
Yeah, and a statement of, they're pretty straightforward things that you say in the song, and I don't want to overlook the fact that these are ridiculous times. These are ridiculous. Not that, and it's hard to point to a time where, okay, well, back then it was fine,
Yeah.
because it wasn't. It was never fine, but it was tolerable, I think. And I think maybe for me, the joy of moving here initially and the wonder of like, oh, this is where all the magic happens. This is where all the cool stuff happens. This is where some stuff I don't care about happens. Shout out to contemporary Christian music. This is where things happen, and it's fun, and I get to do things. I get to participate. I get to have a band. I get to be here and get to do these things. And then slowly you think, well, they're making it real hard for me to do this. Mm-hmm. And by they, I mean kind of everybody. Like we don't have, just to lay it out, we don't really have an appropriate housing situation here. The word affordable housing doesn't mean anything, first of all, but literally, you look at the numbers and you look at the median salary for Nashville and you look at the median rent or cost of living, and it's out of control. It's like you can't square that. I don't know how we live. I don't know how we live here. I don't know how I live here.
I used to live. 3/4 of the band lived in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
These used to be old stomping grounds.
And you look across the street, and what is there? A giant mall of luxury stores. Who's gonna?
A wine bodega across from a wine bodega.
Yeah.
June 2020, my house got sold to a new landlord who tripled the rent.
Yeah.
From $1,100 to $3,000 a month.
Yeah, that's
so.
That I've seen that happen. I've had friends live in houses that got sold and they just got kicked out.
Yeah.
because we just don't want you there anymore. And okay,
And there's no regulation in the state either. That's the other thing too. All the stuff that I think that goes on doesn't really help it. It kind of encourages, whoever the quote
No.
strongest to just go hammer fist, go destroy this whole community just because you need to put up some tall and skinnies.
there's that. There's the dynamics between living in a city, in a state that hates that city, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
also the capital of that state, is wild.
Yeah.
Having lived in Tallahassee previously, we were talking about Tallahassee
Nice.
a little off air. Shout out to Tallahassee. That's a different vibe. They don't hate Tallahassee in Florida, at least not in the government.
We've come full loop with the mountain goats as well.
We have, yeah. And so, but Tennessee hates Nashville.
Yes.
Legit, in every possible way. And so it's hard to operate here when you're getting undercut from the top. And also, you're not maybe in the first place trying to do stuff that's all that great. And the development here has just always been gas to the floor. And yeah, I don't want to sound like somebody who's like, oh, it used to be whatever. But like, I used to hang out in Edge Hill. I used to go.
I was there at Cafe Cocos in 2017.
No, for real. I was there, and no, but I mean, I enjoyed that neighborhood in a way that I can't enjoy that neighborhood.
No,
now,
it's very sad.
because it's hard to go there. Nobody goes there. It's too crowded. And so this happens. This keeps happening. It's gonna happen on Dickerson. If that's look forward to not being able to go to Dickerson Pike, which is something that is a wild thing to say. As someone who used to live off of Dickerson, I love Dickerson Pike so much.
It's a great street.
I love the fact that the people on Dickerson Pike walk down that street like they own it, which is like in the middle. And you go down Dickerson Street, there's always somebody walking in the middle of the road like they own it, and they do, and that's
Yeah.
great. And
That's the mayor. Be cool to the mayor. Yeah, then you just keep
No,
going.
Dickerson Pike's awesome, and they're going to do something to it, and it's going to not be that thing. I'm not here. We're not here to debate, development housing policy, and except to maybe throw some tomatoes at it. But so this is all to say that this is a thing. This is what we're dealing with. Every artist in Nashville is dealing with this on some level. And the people you go to see at shows, the bands that you go to see at shows, like, this is not a lucrative endeavor, right? Like, it's not. It's hard sometimes. Sometimes it's hard to get paid for a show. Sometimes it's hard to get paid for something you're doing. And I'm seeing a shift in clubs. I started DJing a couple years ago, and I'm starting to see a shift of where I'll play a set at a venue and they'll say, "Oh, we'll pay you in 2 weeks."
Yeah, that's madness.
And no, I'm going to say no. And I'm not naming any names, because these are people I love and respect, that I want to make sure that they know, don't do that. If you have somebody play at your venue, pay them that night, pay them in cash, pay them what you know. You're settling the receipts. You know how much you're making. I'm not here to like dictate how you run your business, but I'm here to say, like, the people that you hire for your entertainment, you should pay them. You should appreciate them. You should pay them what they're owed. And it's because they're doing you a favor. They're like doing something for you. It's not just like, we're giving you a platform, whatever. Like, no, you're benefiting from having a band come in to play at your bar or venue.
Yeah.
And that's how you're making your name. That's how you're getting to call yourself a legendary Nashville venue from the people that come in and play there. And you should pay them. Pay them in money.
It goes along with that, I think, devaluation, of music as an art form over the past 20 years, and I know streaming has 1,000% to do with that, because it just seems so like ephemeral. Like, it's just something that, I hit a button and it's there, and it comes out of my wallet at $10 a month.
And it's in the background.
Yeah,
it's always in the
background.
background.
It's like, oh, I live in an apartment complex that has built-in water. Cool.
Yeah.
And I think that needs to shift, and I think it's part of the reason why I've been so encouraging of Russell's new model of how we're handling the new record, to kind of get people to go appointment listen.
That's true. It is not available on all streaming services.
Oh.
Yeah, we put the singles on all of them, treating it kind of like radio, have people listen to it and perhaps, hook a few people, but you can only listen to the full album on CD or buy the download on Bandcamp. Or if you're like really broke and can prove it to me and you want to listen to it, you can email me and I will send you the files.
If you're really broke and you prove it, you can come hang out at Russell's house.
Come hang out at Russell's house.
You can come hang out. We'll play it for you, and we'll
Get some chickens.
we'll play some Tetris.
We'll play some Tetris. That sounds great. Okay, that's interesting. Now, this is also a fight that we shouldn't have to be involved in.
No.
And I'm going to say that as somebody, like, we expect artists to do all of these things. We expect artists to be their own biggest cheerleader. We expect them to know how to manage their business. We expect them to know where and when to release stuff. I agree that streaming is part of the reason that we have this problem. There's nothing I can do about it. And especially for me as a somebody who works professionally out of my Spotify playlists and who also is a musician and an artist, you're asking me, and I get it. Like I would absolutely throw Spotify in the trash and do something else. What's better? What is going to fix that? How am I going to do that in a way that is not going to, make it so much harder for me to do my job? And also, not okay. You could switch to Tidal, okay, so that my favorite artist can get like $1 more on their quarterly statement. Is that what we're doing? Is that how we're going to fix it, or how are we going to fix it? So, I guess my question to you is: in this model, what do you hope the outcome? Like, what is your goal for the outcome of that? Why did you want to do that specifically?
Well, I mean, with our last album, we made 10 times more money on Bandcamp than streaming services. All of them added up together,
Yeah.
It was, which isn't like we didn't make any profit. We're still a very poor, unpopular band.
Wait a minute.
It was like we made $600 on Bandcamp versus $60 from all streaming services added up together.
Yeah. Nashville, your favorite band might have made $600 on their last album. I'm just putting that out there because we don't talk about this, and we don't have a good framework of what to expect.
Yeah, we all work full time,
Yeah.
regular jobs, and this is just a hobby, passion project for us. We've never made any profit ever. Every album's gone into the red.
You pay for it. Yeah.
But doing it makes having the regular jobs worth it. Makes life worth living.
It's also just like a really I think it's a communal, I recommend this to anybody who's ever had a musical bone in their body to just join a band with your friends.
Please do
if you have any other friends who have ever had any interest in music and you like hanging out with them and doing whatever you do, start a band.
Yeah.
It's the best thing in the world.
Do it. Also, if you're a drummer and you like power pop, please email Claire at mostlylocal.org. I swear, I need a drummer so bad.
Everybody.
I have a new band. We have songs. We're writing 2 songs a month. We got like 20 songs. We're great. We're good to go on that.
Claire, what are they called? What is your band called?
But right now, the band is called Power Pop because
nice.
We're coming in just arms swinging.
Wow.
And we've got a great set of songs, and we've got 3 songwriters who sing and play instruments. We would love a drummer who can sing and write. Not required. If you can play drums and you like power pop, if you can play drums and maybe you've heard power pop before, or the area, not hyper pop kids, power pop, and you want to do that, that would be great.
What a sound though! I drum on a real acoustic set. I only listen to 100 gags. Let's party. Let's go.
I would take that drummer 100%. So, join a band, please. Don't. I hear people all the time. I'm not music. I'm not like you. Spend so much time hating on yourself, and I could teach you in 5 minutes. I used to work with. I still do some volunteers for rock camps, and you can teach a kid to play an instrument in like 5 minutes, and they can do it. That means anybody can do it, and that doesn't mean like is it gonna? Are you gonna sound like Bruno Mars? No. Probably.
You don't want to.
I mean, maybe you don't want to. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you secretly want to sound
My
like...
wedding song was Die With a Smile. I can't slander that man or Lady Gaga.
He's half Filipino. He's half Filipino. I think I have to claim him as being half Filipino. So, okay. We are out of time. We are way out of time. I have to end this, and we have to go on to... we are going to hear Rendy's No Brainer in a second here as soon as I pull up the automation. a little bit of behind the scenes, behind the baseball stuff. Thank you for being here, Dial Up Ghost. I'd love to have you back again.
Yeah.
Donkey Howdy 313 Friday. The usual places, maybe Bandcamp, CD. You can get it if you want to get it. You can do it if you want to do it. Keep an eye out. Jordan is also in a band called Conflict Diamonds, which we don't have time to talk about. I'm very sorry.
No, you're good.
Can I shout out the bands we didn't play?
Please shout out everyone.
These are some local bands we intended to play but ran out of time. Rodeo Mouth, Laundry, Father Son, and then Chicago band Part Timers. Great music. Check them out. They're on.
You get
they're
all
on
those
the-
bands in your playlist today, you're having a good day. It'd
on the
be
internet.
impossible to have a bad day.
All right.
Thank you, friends. We'll see you next time, next week. Special guest, maybe. Who knows? We'll see you there. Mostly local. Peace out. WXNA. Bye.